This is the AA020 genuine Picola rotary gun that we built custom for you. I just want to go through the controls and make sure you guys understand the way this thing operates. As you can see, this yellow hose is our air feed line coming from the Solar air compressor. So basically you've got 3 ball valves. Scott, if you come over here. This ball valve controls the air motor. And the air motor basically controls how fast the rotor turns. That's directly related to how much output that you want. So the more output you want, the more you open the air valve. The other controls are basically for pushing the refractory gunning material through the hose to the discharge nozzle. So this control valve goes to the discharge of the gun to vibrate the rubber liner. We traditionally only open this top valve quarter of the way open. The other valve is the air that pushes the material through the clamping plate, through the rotor, and out the discharge. So this is the main air that we control as far as the volume of air and the pressure that's introduced into the material. So traditionally, depending on the gunning distance, what we'll do is we'll open this valve to where we're around 20 to 25 psi. When we engage the material with the air motor, the pressure will double. All right, John, you will notice that you've got a water separator, a regulator, and this is an oil or lubricator, if you will. We use Marvel Mystery Oil in this chamber to lubricate the air motor. Ready? All right, John, I want to show you guys how to take this machine apart. It's very simple. This is the clamping system tied to this clamping bolt right here. And this is, you tighten this to ensure you get a good seal between the rotor, the bottom pad, and the top pad here. So the way you disassemble the machine is first you loosen the clamping bolt, take the grating out, take the T-screw out that holds the agitator in place, take the agitator out, and we can hinge the hopper over. So this is the rotor that's turning. The material is falling in these chambers in this rotor. Top pad, rotor, and this is the bottom pad right here. So that's what's sealing everything. This shaft right here is what's turning the rotor, and it's coupled to this gearbox down here. The gearbox is powered by the air motor. So I mean, it's a very, very simple machine for you guys. There is a liner right here that takes a 90-degree angle, if you will. We call this a discharge liner. And what that liner does is just a little rubber boot, if you will, that protects the casting. There's another liner right here. We call this a conical liner, and you can see it moving right here. It's shaped like an ice cream cone, and that's to protect this steel casting right here. Now, to reassemble the machine, we want to make sure that our bottom pad is extremely clean. If you've got a bunch of debris there, it could prevent a good seal. So, put the rotor back on. Hinge the hopper over. Put the agitator back in. Put the T-screw in. We just hand tighten the T-screw, if you will. Put the grating back in. Then we hand tighten. Clamping bolt. We'll go ahead and we include a tool on the machine so you can get more pressure on it. We'll start right there and see what our clamping pressure looks like. And what make sure we have a good seal. We may have to tighten that up to ensure that we've got a good seal. Tell me what you do. All right, John, we've got about 1,500 pounds of low cement refractory material manufactured by Spar. That's what we're going to do this training video with. We're trying to make everything as real life as possible. We've got about 100 feet of hose on. I think that's around about where you're going to be. So right now Shane's going to load the receiving hopper and put it on atop the gun machine.
Hey, John.
Now that we've got the upper hopper in place, we can now connect the compressed air to the thumper vibrator. Now we're ready to go, ready to vibrate if we need additional agitation in the receiving. One thing that we've integrated onto this machine is a lock, so that in case something hits the big hopper, it doesn't turn everything over. I know in the environment you're in, you need some robust equipment. So what we've done is just developed a simple little lock here that you'll bolt in place to make sure that these two pieces do not come apart. I mean, it's not hard to simply do that. And you've got another lock on this side. I would go ahead and tighten those up with a wrench just to make sure everything's good. John, the next thing we do is start the compressor. So pull the e-stop out and make sure it's pulled out. We depress the start button, let it run for a few seconds, and then turn it towards run. So here we go. But notice this is the valve. These would be for auxiliary functions if y'all want to use the air for other tools, and this goes to the gunite machine. We've got a full hopper of material. You can see the hammer vibrator. You can engage it by simply depressing this valve. We're going to try a 12-hole round half rotor. I think that's going to probably do you a better job than the sector rotor. It's just a lot of output, and for y'all, I think if we start off with this one, it's going to give you a smoother gun. So let's try this one first. If you need another rotor to up the output, we can make that change. We're going to try this one and show you the video, show what it looks like.